Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the rest of 2021. This is from whenever you watch it until the end of 2021. But we're going to just jump right in here, Aries. Wheel of Fortune wanting to pop out there. So we're going to jump right in here. I'm using the 5-cent tarot for your reading if you're wondering what this deck is. But we're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to look at anything unexpected coming in for you. And in your last row, we're going to look at any advice from your guides. I am going to clarify the reading at the end as well. But Aries, let's see what is going on for you at this time. I feel like it's almost like you're going through a healing at this time. It's hilarious that this deck has like 4 or 5 oracle cards in it, and no other sign has had like any of the oracle cards, and you have 3 of them. So that's very interesting. But let's see here, Aries, what we have for you. You have this Spirit of Gratitude card here. I do feel like it would be important for you to be grateful at this time. It's almost like blessing in disguise energy is what I'm getting for you here, Aries. And sorry, I meant to fix this like hours ago, and I never did, so I apologize. But I do want to fix my microphone there. So I feel for some of you that I'm getting this like blessing in disguise type of energy with this card. And I feel like it's saying that some of you are seeing how some heavy burdens that you've been dealing with for, maybe the past few months before watching this reading are actually leading to you becoming a leader. You have this card here, the King of Wands, which is you, but at the top of the card, it says Born Leader. And then right here, you have the Stag Spirit. I'm going to show you in a minute, and it just says Take the Lead. So I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of taking the lead in some area of your life. I see your vision becoming much more clear, much more clear as well. And I feel like you finally know what to work on. And it's like this energy of finally being able to, move forward. I feel like some of you, it's like the words that are popping into my head are one trick pony here, Aries. And it's almost like you don't want, I feel like you kind of like feel like you can only create something once. What I mean by a one-trick pony is it's like only being able to ever accomplish something once and not being able to repeat success, right? So I feel like for some of you, the feeling I get here is like maybe in business, you feel like you can't repeat a success that you've already had. Maybe in love. Like I see this a lot in love, where I feel like people feel that if they, that they found the one and then that's it, and then they'll never find anyone else again, which I feel like couldn't be further from the truth. So I feel like you need to realize that you can recreate success. And, part of me is wondering if that's like the lesson that you have been learning this year, 2021, that, that you are not a one-trick pony. I feel like you have a lot of tricks here, Aries, that could make you successful in work, business, love, money, health, spirituality, pretty much anything. And I kind of feel that you are understanding that. You have this Beyond card, the Ten of Wands and the King of Wands here. This Beyond card here is a card that says belief and higher being on it. So I feel like you are learning to believe in yourself, really, with this energy. You're learning to believe that you can accomplish a lot more. I feel like that, kind of apathy is going to be your enemy at this time. So I would try to at least, do something. And, what I would say here is that, I'm not saying that you can't have bad days or anything like that. But I would try to take action, and even if it's just something very, very small, right? And I feel like you don't have to feel good about it either. But I really get this sense that some of you, it's like you feel like you've tried a lot, is what I'm getting on this Ten of Wands here. And I feel like you have, by the way, Aries. So I feel like you have tried a lot. Like, if you're trying to grow your business or your job, or if you're trying to grow in your health, if you're trying to grow in love, I feel like you have grown a lot here with that Ten of Wands. But I kind of feel like a little bit deflated, is what I would say. I feel a little bit like low energy. I feel deflated here with the Ten of Wands. I feel like this is what you need to realize, that this is who you are, is the King of Wands. I feel like you are bold. I feel like you're ready for success here, but I kind of feel like you need to maybe clarify your vision. I'm not really worried about it because we have the Six of Swords here in the middle, so it kind of looks like you're overcoming this energy. And the other thing I would say is that we're going to clarify in a minute, and we're going to see what's going on here. You have the Canary spirit and the Stag spirit. They wanted to come out together. The Stag spirit says take the lead. The Canary spirit says sing your own song. It's kind of like a card of having something that makes you unique. So I feel like if you're trying to compare yourself to other people at this time, that's not going to work. Again, this is coming up in the area of the unexpected. And what I feel for you here, Aries, is that I feel like something is going to work for you very, very quickly. So if you are like trying anything new in work or business, I feel like you are going to be surprised that you're kind of like a natural at something. You are just naturally good at accomplishing something or making something happen. And that's kind of like what I feel like you need to realize here with these two cards, is that you're like a natural at something. And people are going to notice as well. And that's like really what I feel here. For some of you, I feel like it's YouTube. I use YouTube a lot as an example because that's all I do. But, what I would say here is I feel like for some of you that it could be on YouTube that you are like a natural at basically with this card. Again, this is the area of the unexpected. You have the Ace of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the this unknown card as well. This card here, the Beyond card, is like a little bit of faith. And this card here says faith on it as well. So I feel like you need to have faith that things are going to be successful for you. The Six of Swords, to me, is moving on to calmer shores. But as always, to me, the Six of Swords is a rite of passage. Usually, the people on the Six of Swords are still in choppy waters. There's a guy in the back of the boat. He kind of represents a guide. He is bringing people back and forth between choppy waters and calmer shores, or calmer waters, whatever you want to call it. And I feel that you have been through, it's like I think things are improving, but things are still a little bit choppy, is what I feel for you here. Just when you're watching this, like as you're watching this video, I feel things could still be a little bit, more choppy in your life. The funny thing is you have the Two of Pentacles here, which there's really choppy waters on this Two of Pentacles. I don't think this is something you need to be afraid of or scared of, by the way, Aries. I feel like you are learning how to deal with this energy here. But again, here in the area of the unexpected, for some of you, I feel like what's unexpected, the words that I'm getting here are a change of heart. I feel for some of you that you're kind of changing your belief system, or you're changing like where you want to put your energy. I almost feel that in a lot of ways you're reinventing yourself here in this row. I feel like I said this to you in a recent reading. It was either you or Pisces. I don't really remember who it was. But I was talking about this Rumi quote that I read that I'm not going to be able to remember. But basically, it might have been Libra. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. The point is, I feel like it's funny because somebody sent me the quote, and it really resonated with me because I feel like it's what people are going through. And let me just see if I actually have the quote here, because I had it up on my phone just the other day, but I don't think so. But anyway, the point, the basics of the quote are, he says something about destroying your reputation. In this quote, he doesn't mean destroy your reputation, literally. He means reinvent yourself, right? And I kind of get that feeling for you. I definitely feel you are one of the signs that is reinventing yourself. I feel like school, society, everything kind of raises us and teaches us that we have to be one thing. But basically, Rumi's quote here, that I can't remember, it means that we aren't meant to be one thing. We are not static individuals. We are not robots, right? We are meant to create things and learn new things and do new things. And I kind of get that feeling here. And I feel that if you're feeling bored, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you don't know what to do, especially in work, business, career, even if you're retired, that doesn't mean you're not working on ththings, right? If you're feeling bored, I feel like it's because you need to get to the next stage, the next level. It's like you're learning something new, or it's like you're ready to get to the next level. So it's like I feel like you're ready for an upgrade is what this is kind of saying. So it's like if you're on YouTube, maybe you currently only speak to a small audience. Maybe it's time for you to speak to a larger audience. Maybe it's time for you to look for bigger topics to talk about. If you're in work or business, maybe it's time to ask for a raise. Maybe it's time to ask for a promotion. Maybe it's time to start your own company that does the same thing. It's like, that's like the feelings that I get here for you. Same thing in love. What I would say too in love, I wouldn't really call this a love reading. You do have the Ace of Cups here. For some of you, I feel like you're dealing with like a, more of like an in-between time as far as love is concerned. It's like you're in between maybe, separating with a person, going through divorce or going through a breakup. So like, I feel like you're in that kind of in-between time. Obviously, if you're in a relationship, this message isn't for you. So I always tell people, it's like, take what resonates, throw out the rest, right? But again, if you're in that in-between time, maybe you're not really thinking about love, but as far as love is concerned, I feel like the next person is going to be very different. And what I mean by that is, it's like, I think sometimes we're drawn to people who have like similar traumas to us, right? We're kind of like attracted to that or whatever. I feel like you're going to like, in the future, you're going to be attracting a person who's much more different than what you normally go for as far as a person is concerned. But I feel like it's like, I think we go for people who are, easy for us to get in a lot of ways. And I don't mean easy, but just like we typically go for people who maybe we feel are obtainable. I feel like you're going for something that's, or you're going to be getting into a relationship with a person where it's like a little bit more of a stretch. It's a little bit more of, kind of something that's going to, force you to grow, basically. Next in the area of messages from your guides, you have the pleasure card. I feel like there's a lot of happiness and good things coming in for you, but it's going to be going through this portal. So you see there's a portal there at the top of the card. So portals to me can represent times of transition or transformation, which I feel you're going through. Again, I would say it's more, not really like a rebirth. I would say it's more of an upgrade type of energy here, where it's like you're taking it to the next level. You have the Five of Pentacles here, the Messenger, this Oracle card, we'll talk about this in a minute, and the Two of Pentacles as well. I feel like you need to be very careful of your words here with the Five of Pentacles at this time. I feel like there are a lot of reasons for where you could beat yourself up over things that have happened in the past. I feel like you need to only speak positively at this time. I feel like your guides want you to be very positive and want you to think positively at this time as well, almost to the point of brainwashing yourself, is kind of what I'm getting here on the Five of Pentacles. I know that sounds crazy. It is a little crazy, but, it is what it is. You have this Messenger card here. This card is a card, it says protection right here. It also says spirit guides at the top of the card. So clearly, I feel like your guides are guiding you at this time. They're with you with this card. I feel like you need to pay attention to signs and symbols as well with this card, where, I think it's going to be pretty obvious. Like, if you're going in the right direction, even if you don't feel like it, I feel like you're going to see repeating numbers, or, everybody has their own little thing, right? Maybe you have a certain number, 333 or something like that. Maybe when you see feathers, that's a sign to you, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But I feel like you need to pay attention to the signs. And you have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, I'm feeling like touch and go. I feel like a little bit of a balancing act with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're coming up on an extremely busy time where you're going to be working quite a bit, probably towards your vision here with the King of Wands. I feel like as we get into like October, it's like your eyes open, and I feel like you feel something, there is a feeling change here where it's like you feel like, oh my God, I know what direction I'm going in my life. I know what to do. And the Two of Pentacles is a little bit of hard work, but I feel like you're going to be able to do it. I feel like you're going to be able to pull it off. So I would go for it, is what I would say to you, Aries. But Aries, we're going to clarify this reading now. And we're going to see what is going on for you. I'm using the 7th Sphere Lenormand, if you're wondering what deck this is. But Aries, let's see. Between the Beyond card and the Ace of Cups, you have the Bouquet, the Queen of Spades. Could actually be an offer. The bouquet is like a bouquet of flowers. So, and with the Ace of Cups there, some of you could have a person coming in and offering you love. I kind of feel that some of you could be a little bit suspicious. So take your time, and not in a, I don't think you're suspicious in a bad way. I feel like you're suspicious in the sense that you just don't want to rush into a situation. So, take your time. In your right here, 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords, you have the Ring. The Ring is a card of marriage. So it's funny that I said that, This isn't really a love reading. Now you have all these love cards here. But the ring is a card of like engagement, marriage. It also represents things, kind of like completion, kind of like the world card. It's like a card of achievements and, wrapping projects up. So a lot of you could be finishing things up here. If you're looking for love, it could be, a card of engagement or meeting a person that you could get married to. Like I said, I got the feeling earlier that some of you were kind of, this would be that in-between time right here between like a separation, divorce, or something like that. Between the King of Wands and the Unknown card here, you have the Ten of Hearts, card of loyalty. Again, if you have a new person coming in for you here, this looks very good. I feel like there could be a very solid relationship coming in for you here. And it's funny you have this unknown card here. So if love is coming in for you in the future, I feel like it's something that needs to be kind of taken care of. There's an egg here. It's like, a mother bird really takes care of its eggs. So if this is a relationship, I feel like it's something you're going to have to nurture into existence. But definitely could be a very good connection. For others, the dog can just represent fortune after difficulty. So I do feel like there are improvements coming in for you. Between the Ace of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, you have the Jack of Diamonds. This card is called the Scythe. It is a card of cutting something out. Like I said, I do feel like some of you are currently experiencing a loss in a relationship, but it feels more, like I said, like the in-between time. Like you're going through a divorce process, you're going through the separation process, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of like the feeling that I get there for the most part, Aries. Between the Six of Swords and the Messenger, you have the Queen of Diamonds, new path, literally. The Queen of Diamonds is just picking a new path. It is called the Crossroads. Like I said, I feel like some of you are just moving on to something new. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. Pretty simple. Between the Unknown and the Two of Pentacles, you have the Six of Hearts, the Star. Love it. This is like the beginning of your turnaround. It's funny because this is going to be your outcome row. And it's like the card before it is a turnaround, the Six of Hearts. The Star is like obstacles being removed from your life. So I feel like obstacles are starting to be removed from your life here. In the top row outcome, you have the Queen of Clubs here. This is called the Snake. It is a card of seduction. To me, the Snake is a good card and a bad card at the same time. To me, it's kind of like a warning that says, be careful of anything that seems too good to be true, So I would definitely be careful. I would look into things. If you're purchasing something, or if you're thinking about starting something, like a business, make sure that everything is, all your ducks are in a row. But it is a good card because, number one, it says you're very attractive at this time because that is your card. So you could be attracting a lot of people into your life in love, in business, and money. And it's very good for building attraction as well. So if you're getting into a relationship, you could be building attraction. If you're starting a business, you have to attract people to the business, right? So very good for marketing or putting your business out there, pretty much anything like that. Really good for work as well. Like if you want a raise or a promotion, Queen of Clubs the Snake, the Queen of Clubs, is a really good card for kind of, getting a raise because, it could say that you're getting a lot of attention at work. Really good card. Middle row here, you have the Eight of Spades, the Garden. The Garden is a card of like rest and relaxation. It's also a card of a harvest, so I do feel like there's a harvest coming in for you. And bottom row outcome, you have the Fox. I don't really like getting two tricky cards in the Little Normand in a row like this, the Snake and the Fox. So I would definitely be careful of like trickiness, tricky people, anything that seems too good to be true. Having said that, it is an amazing card for attention. I think that the most important thing here is that you have a talent, gift, skill, or ability, something inside of you with that canary spirit, something that makes you special, and it needs to come out. It needs to be revealed. So I feel a lot of you need to kind of like open up at this time or, share one of your talents, gifts, skills, or abilities. I also feel like you need to maybe, I think some good advice here would be to look at whatever it is you're doing as expanding your audience. And again, that doesn't mean that you're just on YouTube. It could be like in work or business. You could be trying to reach more people in work or business. In love, you could be trying to reach more people. In friendships, pretty much everything. So I feel like you're kind of like expanding in that sense. But this is a really good reading. I would focus also on your vision. as well with the King of Wands, as in like where you see your life going. I feel like as long as you maintain your vision, you're going to be very successful with this King of Wands energy here. But I feel like there's a lot of distractions. It's a very distracting time, and it is going to continue to be a very distracting time, at least until 2025. As I always say, to me, 2025 is a huge turning point. I've been talking about it for years, and I'm going to keep talking about it because, in a lot of ways, I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like it's a way to give people hope, and that there is a finish line, that things are going to get better. And so I know that's a few years away, but be here before you know it. So that's what I'll say there. But I feel like here's the other thing as well, is that as long as you stay focused, it's not gonna matter what's going on in the world. You're gonna be fine, right? As long as you stay focused with this card. But pretty interesting reading here. I see a lot of growth for you as well here, Aries. So I like that. But thank you for being here. Really appreciate it, and definitely enjoy your month.